Oh! Yes. I see that you know your judo well. Good one.
The two worlds of professional boxing and mixed martial arts will once again collide in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, this coming 8th of March, when two of their decorated practitioners, respectively, Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou, lock horns for 10 rounds of heavyweight boxing action. It will be back-to-back fights in the Saudi kingdom for both Joshua and Ngannou, with Joshua coming off a very encouraging performance and win in his last outing against Otto Wallin. For Ngannou, his pro boxing debut bout against Tyson Fury ended in a split decision loss. However, Ngannou silenced a lot of critics and proved that he has a knack for the sport, a sport outside his usual combat code of MMA. Also on the same night, look for Zhilei Zhang, whom defends his WBO Interim World Heavyweight title against the reinvigorated Kiwi, Joseph Parker. And Rey Vargas will be back in action when he defends his WBC World Featherweight title against exciting UK prospect Nick Ball. Australian Justis Huni will also feature in the event. It's a big night of action, so let's get into it! Anthony Joshua has knocked up 3 wins on the trot since fighting Alexander Usyk in their rematch back in 2022. He's also had as many trainers. AJ looked A-OK when he stepped out against Otto Wallin inside the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh this past December. The fresh partnership with trainer Ben Davison has already produced dividends. And from Davison's own mouth, Joshua appears to be in a good place with a positive attitude after moving away from Rob McCracken after the first Usyk loss to ultimately an unfruitful pairing with Robert Garcia in the Usyk rematch and then Derek James, where Joshua enjoyed back-to-back wins after the Usyk replay. However, the James and Joshua partnership, perhaps due to logistics, momentarily paused and so went to Davison in the lead-up to the Wallin fight. Davison is a cerebral trainer with an ability to enhance and cultivate a fighter's best attributes. We've seen this with Lee Wood and his ability to grit out adversity in a fight and find a way to overcome using the ace up his sleeve, his power, particularly late in a fight. It looks like Joshua will stay with Davison. They have the right chemistry and together they already surpassed what Davison and Tyson Fury did against common opponent Otto Wallin. Fury did get a win over Wallin by unanimous decision, however, Joshua was able to retire the Swede after the 5th round of their bout. Soon, Joshua will face yet another common opponent to Fury, and that's Francis Ngannou. Personally, I think Joshua is entering this bout with extra pressure on his shoulders. It's not really the pressure of one-upmanship over Fury, but it's more about how a professional boxer who has been doing this all his career should look against a newcomer to the sport. On the Fury versus Ngannou fight, I wasn't expecting a Mayweather versus Conor McGregor type of dominance, but I was certainly expecting more separation in class, ability, and outcome. The result of that bout once again sparked the debate and accusation that it's easy to swagger into professional boxing and beat everyone up, particularly if you're coming from an MMA background. There's an extra burden on Joshua, I feel, to remind everyone once again that this isn't the case. Give credit where credit is due. Francis, the Predator Ngannou, surprised just about everybody by surpassing all expectations in October of last year when he stepped into the ring against then and current WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury. Much of the discourse post-fight was how poorly Tyson Fury performed. Many attributed that fact to lack of preparation despite Fury's claims that he had never trained so hard, which had to be sarcasm when looking back now in hindsight. Or that Fury simply didn't take Ngannou seriously and believed that he would steamroll him over and collect a paycheck afterwards. Simples. What should be a more predominant aspect of that discussion is how well Francis Ngannou performed. We all knew that Francis would step into the ring carrying immense power. We've seen that time and again in the UFC. But it turns out Ngannou had been learning, training and honing his boxing ability for some time before the Fury bout with the help of chief trainer Dewey Cooper and MMA chief trainer in the UFC and assistant trainer for the Fury bout, Eric Nixick. In the Fury fight, Ngannou showed a great deal of discipline, range control and some basic fundamental work like utilising his jab effectively. We saw a little switch hitting and some creativity in shot selection. If I remember correctly, Ngannou even threw a Superman punch at Tyson, which is unorthodox in boxing, but I think it underscored how confident Ngannou grew as the fight went on, and especially after scoring a knockdown. He didn't smother his work too much, he didn't fall for a lot of Tyson Fury's traps, and he didn't rush his work when he had Fury on the back foot. Many people thought he should have won the fight. I personally think Fury did enough to get the win, even if it was uncomfortably close. Moreover, let's not forget that Ngannou had the element of surprise. Nobody knew what to expect from him. Anthony Joshua and Ben Davison will know exactly what to look for now, and they have watched Ngannou in action. The Joshua team will be taking Francis Ngannou very seriously, and I imagine they'll be looking to make a statement. If I'm wrong, I'm happy to let Jack Carlson, if he's still alive, write my next boxing breakdown.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
But I'm not sure what Francis Ngannou's long-term objective is in boxing. I know he hasn't walked away from MMA entirely, but he's taking boxing very seriously. Maybe he's got aspirations to become a world champ even. If so, he'll have to continue pursuing that after another loss. I don't know if the old Joshua is back, but he seems to be in the right headspace. I think Joshua and Davison keep it simple against Ngannou. Box from the outside, jab, and 1-2s all night until Ngannou starts to weaken, then go for the kill. I can see there will be scary moments for Joshua, but ultimately, I think Ngannou's corner or the ref stops the fight in the later rounds. Joshua knows he'll be criticized if he can't stop Ngannou, and I think that's what he'll be gunning for, but not carelessly. I have Joshua by TKO. Let us know in the comments below who you think wins. Thank you for watching Pound for Pound TV. Please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell for future updates. See you in the next one. Check out our Patreon page to become a Patreon family member where you'll receive some cool perks. If you're looking for some new threads, we've got t-shirts, hoodies, and much, much more. So head on over to our Michael Akobi Pound for Pound TV stores. They can be found on Redbubble and Spreadshop. Join me on my travels and head on over to my other YouTube channel titled Barefoot and Free. There you can follow me as I traverse the many parts of our planet and occasionally get into a spot of bother. Nonetheless, it's always fun and entertaining. If you're struggling with some of life's obstacles and challenges, my book How to Get Out of Life Traps might just be the answer that you're looking for to help guide you through the difficult times. It's helped many get past some of their darkest moments, and it might do the same to you. You can purchase it on Amazon, where you can also find a wide range of my other works. Those works include screenplay to book adaptations, a fairly unique concept, with genres covering comedy, heist and revenge, drama, supernatural and crime, if that's more your cup of tea. You can find them by following the link provided.